everyone, Carly here, and today I'm going to be telling you guys about birding. So what is birding exactly? Birding, or bird watching, is the act of going out and observing birds, typically with binoculars. To serious birders, a lot of them keep a list of birds, and they often travel far and wide to see birds that they want to add on to their list. When a birder sees a new bird that they've never seen before in the wild, they'd add it to their life list. A lot of birders aim to see as many birds as possible. I've personally seen 125 species of birds in New Jersey. Now, at home, you could do something called backyard birding. Backyard birding is a fun activity that you could do right from your house, and it doesn't involve any money. Although if you get serious about it, you could go out and buy different kinds of bird feeders and different kinds of bird food. So one of the ways that you could bird watch in your backyard is to simply just observe the birds that you see and keep track of the ones that you do see in your backyard. Every time you see a new bird, add it to your list. The other way that you could go about it is add bird houses or feeders to your backyard. Now, bird feeders are great because it can attract new birds to your backyard depending on what kind of food that you put into it. So for example, thistle seed would attract finches, whereas sunflower seed would attract cardinals. Now, if you want to get really fancy, you could get a hummingbird feeder in which you put nectar in. To make nectar, you could put a cup of water and then a few tablespoons of sugar, boil it, and that's how you make hummingbird nectar from scratch. Another thing that you could do is get this cage-like feeder, and in it you would put something called suet, and that would attract a lot of different kinds of woodpeckers. Although I have seen gray catbirds eat out of it too. Now, some common birds that you'll see in your backyard, obviously it depends on where you live, if you live closer to the shore, if you live farther from the shore. In a backyard, typically though, you'd see chickadees, different kinds of sparrow, including chipping and song sparrow, the northern cardinal, blue jays, common grackles, boat-tailed grackles, gray catbirds, and various different kinds of woodpeckers, ruby-throated hummingbird, as well as orioles. Other birds you can see if you live closer to the shore include red-winged blackbirds, barn swallows, tree swallows, and northern rough-winged swallows. Birding is a fun and easy activity. Let us know what birds you see in your backyard. Have you seen anything that you think is rare? Let us know.
Hey everyone, I'm Maddie and I'm going to show you how to make your own bird feeder out of recycled materials. So today we'll need a milk carton or juice carton or any container. It could be smaller than this. You'll need some Mod Podge or some Elmer's glue mixed with water in a cup, a paintbrush to apply the glue, a pen or a pencil, scissors. I have some other recyclables to decorate with, some caps and a straw, and your scraps of tissue paper. Right, so our first step is to cut out our milk carton for the birdhouse. So you can take your pen or pencil and we're gonna make it sort of a bird owl style. So on the sides, we're gonna cut out 2 wings, kind of like a leaf shape like that. Same thing on this side, draw your lines, pointed at one end. And then on the front, we're gonna draw sort of the belly or where the birds will be able to get the bird seed. So this one you kind of want to make as big as possible so they can reach in and grab it. Like that. So then take your scissors or have an adult help you cut out these parts. This part we're going to cut out completely, and these ones we're going to cut just along these lines. We're not going to cut the top out, so they'll be flaps. So we'll do this one first. All right, so there's one side cut out, then these ones will be the flaps. All right, so now that you have it cut out, you can see how it's gonna be an owl. We're gonna add some eyes later, like that. But our next step is to add the tissue paper. So to cover this in tissue paper, you can start on the front, so you have enough, and take your glue mixture or your Mod Podge, whatever you have, and you just want to dip it in there. You want to wet the area you're going to stick it to take some tissue paper scraps and start to cover your container in them. So the important thing to remember is to put the glue underneath and then just put a thin layer on top so it kind of seals it in and makes it really stick. So you'll continue this throughout the front and the wings and the back if you have enough. So under and over every time. Alright, so now that you covered the front and the sides of your owl, he has all his feathers on, we're going to need to take a break and let this dry. So just leave it on an area, it might drip a little bit. Leave it, you could go outside in your backyard and look for some of those birds that Carly told you about. And then we'll come back and we'll decorate it. Alright, so now that your owl house is dry, we're going to add a face and decorate it a little bit. So I have little water bottle caps for my eyes. I took a marker and colored in the pupil or the black part of the eye. Like that. You could use any kind of caps or any other type of recycling you find, and you'll just want to glue them on. You want to use your regular glue now, not your watered down glue. And then we'll need a nose. You could cut one out again, color it with marker, or find something orange to put on. Just like that. Alright, there we have his face on there. You can add any other details you want. Maybe draw some feathers or any other designs you want on it. So now that your birdhouse is all done, you can poke a hole in the top and add a string so you can hang it from a branch or from your porch. Then you can add the handful of bird seed from your kit to the bottom, and you can sit and wait, see if any birds come to get it.